The following thoughts on Happy Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Vote for Happy Hour as best local podcast by the Creative Loafing Tampa. Spread the word.
Are you feeling classy today? Sit down, pour a glass of wine, and listen to Happy Hour.
You're tuned in to Happy Hour, an hour where Happy rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Happy Hour is on now. Happy Hour is on now.
What up? What is happening? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. And for the next hour, I will attempt to entertain you. I will attempt to change the way you think. We have so much on the plate. But first, I want to introduce a pretty badass guest I have. He is the one and only Kevin Wallish from Promotions at 102.5 The Bone. What's up, homie?
What's up, Hoppy?
I love how I brought all the excitement and I brought in all the energy to introducing you, and then you're just like, hi.
Don't get me wrong, that was a great intro, but I'm still... that Fur Elise intro needs to go, man.
I like it. Seth Kushner said he liked it, so that's all that matters in life. All right. If you want to tweet at me, it's not hard. At Ryan Hoppe Radio. Also, you can vote for Happy Hour as best podcast in the Tampa Bay area by the Creative Loafing. All you have to do, go to tinyurl.com/vote Happy Hour. But first, let's let this beat drop. We have so much to get into today. I saw this, but first I want to get your take. What do you think of all the hackers that broke into everyone's favorite dating site, Ashley Madison, and they exposed the cheaters? What's your take, Kevin from Promotions?
How do you know they're all cheaters?
Well, I mean, they have an account. They may not all be cheaters. Here's what I said, Kevin. Don't you kind of feel bad for the guy who is mad at his wife? She's not putting out. They haven't had sex in 6 months. So he goes on Pornhub and then sees the ad and gets intrigued, but then forgets to get rid of his account. So now he seems like a cheater. Like, don't you feel bad for that dude?
How much does it cost?
I think it's free, but it's sort of like...
Well, you have to give your credit card information.
And there's like points, I think, or something. I was reading online. There's points where you pay for higher subscriptions, and then it gives you more things to like cover up your face. Like you can put like a drama mask on, like an opera mask, or it's like a points thing. It's kind of like what's that site that everyone uses that's our age? The
Plenty of Fish.
Yes, Hey Cupid, where you have a point thing, sort of like Farmville. That's how it is. So, wouldn't you feel bad for the one dude that just wanted to get some strange?
Well, I mean, no matter how curious I am, I'm not going to give a website my credit card information or like $20 unless I was really intending on doing something with it. But I believe there's guys out there that went on there, maybe did that and never got anywhere with the girl and never necessarily cheated on their wife. Or, you know, there's girls out there, too, that are doing it, so.
And what do you think of these anonymous scumbag leeches who are hackers, who, of course, are exposing the cheaters, but heaven forbid they remain anonymous?
Anonymous behind it?
No, it wasn't. Group? I'm just saying the hackers that did it were anonymous.
Yeah, were they part of the group
Anonymous?
Anonymous?
The group Anonymous.
Okay.
I heard it was from overseas in like Asia. I heard it was like over there. It wasn't here. It wasn't. I heard it was the same people that released all those naked selfies last September of like Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Upton. Remember that?
Yes.
And there was like a Verlander giving her like backdoor action. He was right behind her. Remember that? There's that picture where he's right behind.
Wasn't that called like the fappening or something?
Yes.
Like that?
I feel weird for knowing that. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
You seem like someone that prowls 4chan a lot.
I actually, when that came out, How did you feel? I felt kind of creepy looking at it. I was just like, that's their personal life, you know?
I felt creepy until I saw Jennifer Lawrence's breasts.
Or you saw Kate Upton naked and you're like,
Oh, hell yeah.
wow. All right, it says here, Ashley Madison suicide cop killed himself after police-hating website claimed his email address was among members, even though it wasn't. Have you heard of the site Cop Block? Get what they did there? Have you heard of it?
Yeah, but I got to tell you, I'm a little biased here. I have my dad's a retired police officer. My uncles are retired police officers. And sites like that, I mean, I get the message behind it. I think police need to be policed as well, but most of them are just annoying trolls.
And the guy who's on there is just mad because he's been caught before. I mean,
their whole thing is to try and provoke police. The same people that go out there with their phones and like try to claim they know the laws.
They'll go through like DUI checkpoints and be like, "Oh, I have my Miranda rights." Like, shut up.
Oh, nothing pleases me more than seeing those people get put in their place. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you should know your rights and everything, but these people are just out there to provoke.
Here's what I hate too. I hate the disrespect and annoyance that people give towards cops. We need to respect them, Kevin. They put their lives on the line every single day. It doesn't matter if you are in St. Petersburg in a nice suburb or if you're in Gary, Indiana. You never, ever know if someone's going to whip out a gun and shoot you. But I will say this. The cops that are on the side of the highway looking to pull someone over, or the cops that are at Dunkin' Donuts and ask for a free meal, those are the ones that annoy me. But then you have to remind yourself that they put their lives on the line every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you, but the respect should go both ways.
Yes.
The cops need to respect the community members, and they need to show respect back to the police. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of power-hungry police out there.
Oh, without a doubt.
And going based off my experience with cops, like not necessarily my dad or my uncles, but from what I've heard, just stories, there's definitely racism among police. That's not a myth or any. It's true. Like most cops, it's tough to say, but you'd be surprised by some of the things police get away with. And
I would say it's 50-50, and I'm being honest.
There's racism is prevalent, and it's not just the white cops though; it's the black cops that are racist against black people too.
And they are against teens in the suburb. If they see teens at a park at 11 o'clock at night, Kevin, we gotta check it out. Even if it's before curfew, dude, they always come.
You gotta
over.
realize
what are you doing?
The cops are getting deployed out into the poor neighborhoods, and they're seeing some of the worst parts of our society, and that's what they're dealing with on a daily basis: crackheads. Broken homes.
I see it when I deliver pizzas every night. I see cops going back and forth looking for things.
They're seeing the scum of society on a daily basis. That's their job, to deal with those kind of people. It changes you in ways. You got to realize that, like, you're gonna be more on edge around certain people and stuff like that.
And don't you see that the cops that are in the nice areas are the ones that are not in as good of shape as the ones that are in the ghetto? They're the ones that are a bit chubbier or have more girth. But when you go to the bad parts of town, those are the ones that are ripped, like Vic Mackey from The Shield or anybody from The Wire. Those are the ones you don't want to mess with.
Right.
I'm not saying I could kick anyone's ass, but the cops in the suburbs are the ones when you're like, okay. But then the ones that you see in the bad parts, you're like, damn, does that guy hit the gym? Nice muscles, bro.
Glad you're checking out police.
I am a guy who loves women. I am very heterosexual. But when I see a guy with nice muscles, I'm like, oh, man, I want to be ripped as you. It's not an attraction. There's nothing sexual. It's just, dude, I want those muscles. Do you ever have that?
No, not whatsoever.
With The Rock on HBO called Ballers. And, dude, The Rock's muscles, oh, my God, are they amazing.
How did we go from cops to The Rock's abs and shit?
It's because I'm ranting.
Sorry, I forgot I'm not supposed to curse.
You can curse, not me. If you
right,
want to
cool.
put
I'm
yourself
gonna
on the
curse it
line
up.
and curse, I don't curse.
Why?
Because I keep it clean. I rant. I'm edgy enough where I don't need to swear. I haven't made it like Howard or Opie and Anthony or Adam Carolla where I can swear. I'm a promotions boy who's doing a podcast who is honored they let me use the room. I have no reason to be vulgar.
Why? It's going on the internet. It's not going on the air.
You can say that, not me. I just like to keep it clean. I like to have a clean slate in life and live a good life. You know what I mean, Joey?
I just can't. What? God damn it with that saying, for Christ's sake.
I think the whole office is sick of it. The first time I said it,
That's like the 20th time you said that to me today.
When I first said it on Mike's show, everyone laughed, and now they're like, shut up. All right. What is the first thing that it says here?
Of San Antonio PD took his life after his official email address was published on a list. Ashley Madison users, married 25-year veterans colleagues, also saw his name on anti-police website Cop Block.
So he saw his
Block.
name. He's been married 25 years. He seems like a class act when you look at his pictures. Seems like a family man. Here's what I say. It's sort of sad. Imagine being a cop and you just see this article by this scumbag who's mad at the cops because he's been caught with weed and other things. So he's on the website. Imagine being the cop and you see your name on there. That must just really hurt your feelings.
His name.
I'm the same guy, Kevin. Real quick. I'm the same guy where people have said mean things about me on Reddit and on Twitter and Facebook. And it doesn't like ruin your day, but when you see them hate on Hoppe, it's very unique, dude.
This says, though, that he wasn't actually on the leaked list. Someone told him he was, but he actually wasn't.
So, yes, he has his wife saying, why are you on the list? We've been married for 25 years. And the only reason that this came out is because this scumbag leech from Cop Block said he was on the list.
But why would you resort to killing yourself? Like, if he was actually innocent and you knew you weren't on there, like, why? Something doesn't add up in this story. I think he was on. Oh, I guess he wasn't on the list, but still, like,
maybe he did cheat on his wife, but just not through the site. You know,
did his wife threaten divorce after it happened or something like?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, imagine if you're on the site, Kevin, or imagine if there's accusations that you're on the site, dude. It must be heartbreaking and weird when you know you're not on it, but no one believes you. Because why would they believe you?
True. It's hard for me to understand, like, the perspective of, like, a suicidal person. That's the problem. Like, I could never picture myself resorting to something like that.
What do you think of this, Kevin? This is the sad part. The guy who runs the site, this supposedly crusader, quote unquote, says he has no regret for the actions of falsely accusing a cop of being on a scumbag dating site. Shame on this tool. It's one thing if you have real footage of cops acting up. Even if you do provoke them, they're not supposed to act up. So maybe I would give you a break if you don't regret putting those up. But how can you say you don't regret ruining a cop's life when he ends up taking his own life because you accuse him of something he didn't do? Isn't that despicable?
Are they investigating into this? Are they, like, seeing... Did they identify the guy who actually did it? Or it was just the organization for Cop Block?
I think this just came out, so they're looking more into it. But I heard there might be charges against...
They have no lives, man. This is what they do. Most people that scour the internet and spend most of their time on the internet are people with no lives.
And this caused the cop who was married for 25 years to his high school sweetheart, who said he had been stressed at work, and he is being given full police honors at the funeral. So basically, this is a guy who is stressed at work. This was in Texas, so you know he has to deal with the crazy people, you know?
Right.
What's your overall consensus on this? What are you feeling about this cop who killed himself because he was being falsely...
How do you feel about that overall?
True Garabo live reference.
I mean, it's sad, dude. Like, you don't want to see anyone kill themselves, especially over false accusations, but
yeah,
it's hard for me to, like, why? Fortunate, these Cop Block losers don't have much better anything else. They can't do anything with their time besides harass people.
I will say this. I'm not saying I can relate to the cop, but it's out in the open. so I might as well be honest. I have ADD and ADHD. That's why my voice is so hyper, and I take meds. So I know what it's like when you go from med to med and you keep saying, I hope this med will be the answer, or this med will be, and it doesn't work, and each med makes you feel different. So maybe the cop was on a med that made him very anxious and very depressed. I can relate to the cop with that. You know
I got
what
a good med for you.
What?
Marijuana.
Ecstasy, black tar heroin.
I wouldn't go
Imagine
that
me
far.
on black tar heroin.
Black tar heroin? Why that and not just normal heroin?
Because it brings out the spice. All right.
Next on
Sounds like you have
Happy
experience with
Hour.
that.
We have so much to get into next on Happy Hour.
Do we really?
Russell Wilson is saying that miracle water is helping him with his football injury cure. And people are ripping on him.
What
And
the hell is miracle water? Never heard of it.
We will get into that and more after this on Happy Hour. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Let me know what you think after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ryan Stuppridge and Ryan Risky host the Ryan and Ryan Power Hour, Fridays from 12 to 2 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com. We're saving the universe with our sports talk. Cubs, Sox, Bulls, Bears, Blackhawks, DePaul Blue Demons? Yes, it's all right here on Ryan and Ryan. If it's not impossible for you, listen to the Ryan and Ryan Power Hour every Friday from 12 to 2 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com.
It's for every one of us. Stand for every one of us. It's saving the body and everybody holding the time flash.
Hi, this is Ryan Stuppridge, one of the hosts of the Sports Renegades, Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com. On the Sports Renegades, Ryan Risky and I will discuss all the hot sports topics and all your favorite Chicago sports. Chicago baseball is back and better than ever, so look no further than the Sports Renegades to get your Cubs and White Sox fix. We're also discussing the Chicago Blackhawks as they try to chase down their third Stanley Cup in 6 years. Ryan Stuppridge and Ryan Risky bring you all the best on the Sports Renegades, Thursdays, 6 to 8 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com.
Happy Hour is live. Pot it up.
Isn't this song a throwback, dude, to like 07, 08? This is when
That's
rap
a
music
classic.
was good, dude.
That's one of the last songs that Outkast did together, I think.
No, this is UGK.
Yeah, but featuring Outkast.
That's true. I miss
Andre 3000
Outkast.
does like the little
Yeah.
thing, the poem kind of thing in
Yeah.
the beginning. Big Boy's in it.
The beat's about to
I miss
drop,
them, man.
but before that, tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Also, what happened to rap music, dude? Do you think it was ever good, or was it just because we grew up with it that it seemed good?
It's still good. What are you talking about?
It's decent. I don't know.
Dude, there's tons of rap out there. You're just not listening to the right kind.
You might be right about that.
It's not on the radio. The best kind needs to be found on the internet.
Yeah, there's a lot of like auto-tune now in rap. It's very nauseating. You know, like it just.
No, you got to go more underground, man.
Let's let this beat drop. Oh yeah.
Oh, you got the bullhorn.
You like that air horn?
Of course. I'm in Hot 101's 5 station right now.
Speaking of bullhorn, remember like 2 months ago when we went to downtown St. Pete and I rode that bull and I was on it for a good 2 seconds, but afterwards I went off and I'm like, dude, I think I did well. And you guys are like, no, you idiot. You were on it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was like 10 seconds tops.
No, it was like
there a
3
video of that
seconds.
anywhere?
Dennis has it on Instagram.
Very
And
uncoordinated.
Dennis sucks. Really? Ryan Hoppy is uncoordinated? You're just finding that out now? You can't tell by my limp from my back and the way I walk and then my one shoulder's up and the other one isn't? You just noticed that I'm uncoordinated, kid?
Who are you talking to?
You!
Oh, no, I always knew you were uncoordinated from the moment I saw you.
I know, I'm
I
very
didn't know if you were talking to the audience there.
I'm very self-conscious about it. I try to pretend it's not there.
At least you're self-deprecating. You have some humility about it.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be humble about everything. I'm the promotions boy who is honored to be given hours to run the board and phone screen. I never act like I'm this badass who's coordinated and
Wait,
brings
isn't
in
your
all the
nickname
girls.
Badass Ryan?
It's because I say the word badass a lot. That's why.
Oh, okay.
It's because I said my cat was badass, my new apartment was badass, the Kelta. Like, people think that when I say that, I'm putting on this persona, like I'm this badass dude who bangs out girls and lives
First
this
of all,
and-
you gotta stop saying "bang out," man. That's bang out a girl. What does that mean?
What do you think it means? You're playing.
Yeah, it's but when you bang a girl. What does it mean to bang her out?
Think about it.
Yeah, you're scaring her out of your house. That's what you're doing.
As the crickets are playing. Yeah, she runs out of the house.
Yeah.
She's like, Ryan, that was very good. And I'm like, want to do it again? And she's like, no. And I'm like, let's bang it out. She runs out.
Yeah, I'm gonna bang my way out of your house and get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I cursed again. My bad.
All right.
Is that your opening line on Tinder?
Want to bang out? Speaking of Tinder, Kevin, what am I doing wrong, Kevin? What am I doing wrong? Please explain to me, brah.
You're looking like yourself.
Oh, I'm going to download the app right now, and we're going to read
Show me your Tinder.
I will get to my account later on Tinder, and I will read it to Kevin, and he is going to critique my pics because he's the ladies' man who brings girls
I don't know.
home. He's the ladies' man where he walks down the hall, and he is the fridge, and all the girls are magnets, and they just stick to him. They're like, Kevin, you're so cute, and you're just like,
What office are you working at, man? That never happens.
do girls love you here? Anybody who brings you up, they're like, oh, he's so cute and adorable.
Yeah, that's why I'm here right now doing Hoppe Hour, not on a hot date like Dennis is right now.
Good old gravedigger from the Mike Kelta show. All right. Here is a headline I want to get into, and I want to get your take. What do you think of athletes who praise God and are very vocal about it? I like how guys like Kurt Warner and Russell Wilson do it because they're not in your face. But when guys like Tim Tebow do it, I'm like, shut up.
It's just one of those things where I don't care for religion. If you want to do it, go for it. But it's just, I hate the guys who are like, thank God for everything. God's not watching you on Sunday and making sure you win, Tim Tebow.
I think God's more worried about kids being hungry and ISIS. I don't think he cares if the Eagles might win with Tebow this year or when they beat Pittsburgh a few years ago in the playoffs. I don't think he's like, I must make Tim Tebow win with that touchdown to Demaryius Thomas. He doesn't give a rat's ass, Kevin.
I like that you said God cares about ISIS. What do they believe in? Fucking crazy shit.
Right.
What's miracle water? Can you explain that to me, please? Is it like holy water?
Okay. Gather all to witness the miracle of recovery water, the newest believed back thingamabob that will heal head injuries, according to Russell Wilson. And this is from Huffington Post and Justin Block, the article writer. It says here, so that last bit isn't true, but neither are the first two things. In the mind of Russell Wilson, they are. Shame on this writer for showing bias. He can believe what he wants. If he wants to think, Kevin, that miracle water is doing something for him, and when people rip on him for not banging out Sierra and waiting and not playing with her goodies, it's like, if he wants to wait till he's with her again, let him do whatever he wants. You like that goodies reference?
Yeah. I think that's what's probably going to be helping him this on Sundays. I mean, Sierra's kind of hot, man.
Oh, yeah,
He's taking care of Future's kids, too. Did you know that?
He's mad about that.
Who, Future?
He's like, voila, I don't like that magic.
Future's an idiot. His music sucks.
All right. It says here on the Huffington Post, he says that he is going to reveal a water brand he's invested in called Recovery Water. For $3 per bottle, he claims the water helps people heal from sport injuries. His quote is, I banged my head during the Packers game in the playoffs, and the next day I was fine. It was the water. If he wants to believe that, Kevin...
Where'd the water come from?
Here's the weird thing about water that gets blessed. When I would go to
Oh, it's
church-
blessed water. He had it blessed.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
So he had water during the Packers game. What makes the water so special? Why is he calling
It's
it?
not saying anything. He's just saying this water is special. Here's what it says. Here's the ad. Science behind it. Recovery water.
Okay, so it's an actual brand of water that's being made
Yeah.
and bottled.
It says here, Recovery Water's patented cutting-edge technology is revolutionizing your body's cellular function. Scientists from Tacoma, Washington-based biotech company have developed recovery water using a special electrokinetically modified process.
God.
In this process, recovery water is infused with charged nanostructures, which are proven safe to consume and highly effective in promoting healthy cells. Our scientists have effectively enhanced the water without changing the nature, healthy properties of it. Recovery water tastes, looks, and hydrates just like water, but improves the body's natural recovery process.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Okay.
Sounds like a load of shit.
If he wants to sell it and people want to believe it, fine.
Oh, people are going to
know.
buy it if he gets behind it.
I don't know what the big deal is. If people want to believe in it and he wants to get behind it, that's fine. I mean, he's not a guy who gets behind women ever. I mean, he's waiting till marriage again.
I don't buy that
He's very
either.
holy. All his tweets are about God. So this is someone who is very religious. So if he wants to believe something, let him. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to knock anyone's beliefs. If that's whatever you think helps you, go for it. Listen, it's better than someone like Ray Lewis who's going out to nightclubs and allegedly murdering people.
Or Ray Rice dragging his wife's
Right.
body out of the elevator.
How are you going to knock a guy just for believing in something positive? He believes the water helps him. Let him believe it. I don't believe it, but whatever. It's his life, not yours.
It's the same liberal media ripping him. The same one that ripped on Ray Rice, Ben Roethlisberger, Kobe Bryant, all these guys who have been accused or found guilty of these awful things. But when there's a guy who's likable, who's Christian, who's someone that we should look up to, unless something comes out against Russell Wilson, this is a very likable guy. So it's like, which way do you want it? Do you want a likable guy who believes in God, or do you want a scumbag like Ray Lewis or Ray Rice, or even the guy from the Blackhawks, my hometown team, Patrick Kane, being accused of rape? Which way do you want it? Do you want the likable athletes who believe in God? Are you going to rip on them for waiting till marriage and letting them live their life? Or are you going to want the guys who bang out all of the girls and then are accused of bad crimes? You know what I mean?
Hey, now, you could be a good person and still bang out a ton of girls.
But if they want to wait till marriage,
Well,
let
here's the
them
thing.
do that.
I think the problem is people care too much about these people's personal lives. Why do you care so much about what Russell Wilson's doing in his free time?
Because these guys who are quote-unquote columnists or bloggers or people in the media have nothing better to do. They go home to lame lives, so they want to somehow live through the athletes. So they cover them.
Live vicariously through them.
It's these analysts who are never good enough to play sports, who are never popular, never got the hot cheerleaders, never got the attention. So now they're getting attention by quote unquote breaking down sports. And I just find it despicable. I went to a radio school, Kevin, and I like sports. I watch the MLB, NBA, NFL. I sort of watch hockey. I hate soccer. But I'm never going to be a guy who's going to claim that I can break down sports, Kevin. I'm
he's on
not
a roll.
coordinated whatsoever.
He's on a roll.
Shame on these people who live through the athletes or live through their kids who are more athletic. It's like, find something you're good at and quit claiming that you can break down something. It's one thing if you're an analyst and maybe you lived through God or you saw people who did and you saw if it worked or not. But I hate these people who break down sports, Kevin, and they never played it. It's one thing to break down sports and be on ESPN and be like Chris Carter or guys like who played.
You just described about 90% of the sports media out there.
That's what I'm saying.
You just hit the nail on the head there, man.
Voila! Magic! Here we go.
Nice soundbite.
Next on Happy Hour.
I'm a single man, and I am ready to mingle. I turn 22 next week. Whoa, what a riveting age.
You're still young, man.
I know. You're old. You're going to be, what, 25?
25 tomorrow.
Gravedigger just turned 24. I'm the youngin' in the group, and Kevin's a guy, he may not get laid every day, but girls tend to love him. He's got a likable personality. He's a good guy. He's got swagger.
I'm
You-
flattered.
Oh, yeah.
Glad you noticed.
will be turning 22 in a week. He will be coming to my quote-unquote party in downtown St. Pete. It's called Happy Birthday, Galvin.
Do you say quote-unquote party because it's not actually going to be a party?
I mean, I want it to be a party. I mean, it's not like one where it's going to be at some nice bar and I'm renting out the whole place. I plan on bar hopping. And if anybody plans on coming, I mean, just tweet at me with the hashtag Happy Birthday. So tweet at me your ideas of what I should do at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And up next, Kevin will read my Tinder in his best impersonation of my voice, and he will tell me what I need to improve, including with my picks. After this on Happy Hour. Hang on.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Hi, this is Ryan Stuppridge, one of the hosts of the Sports Renegades, Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com. On the Sports Renegades, Ryan Risky and I will discuss all the hot sports topics and all your favorite Chicago sports. Chicago baseball is back and better than ever, so look no further than the Sports Renegades to get your Cubs and White Sox fix. We're also discussing the Chicago Blackhawks as they try to chase down their third Stanley Cup in 6 years. Ryan Stuppridge and Ryan Risky bring you all the best on the Sports Renegades, Thursdays, 6 to 8 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com. Ryan Stuppridge and Ryan Risky host the Ryan and Ryan Power Hour, Fridays from 12 to 2 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com. We're saving the universe with our sports talk. Cubs, Sox, Bulls, Bears, Blackhawks, DePaul Blue Demons? Yes, it's all right here on Ryan and Ryan. If it's not impossible for you, listen to the Ryan and Ryan Power Hour every Friday from 12 to 2 p.m. on SportsTownChicago.com.
We score every one of us. Stand for every one of us. We stay with the body and every man, every woman, every child, every flash.
Happy Hour is live. Pot it up.
And we have so much to get into. But first, Kevin, I am very single, and I am ready to mingle.
No, really?
Come on in, Dash. The one and only Dash from Hot 101.5 is here. I'm sort of tan. I mean, talking to the mic, both of you.
All right. What do you want me to say, man?
I'm going to have Kevin read it in my voice and tell me what I'm doing wrong and describe my picture. Try.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I can't do his voice. This is unique. This is Ryan. I'm 6'6". I can't do Ryan.
How about you read it in your deep voice?
Here we go. In my sexual voice.
Yeah, do it in that.
This is what Hoppe would sound like if he was a mulatto.
A mulatto.
I'm 6'6", ladies, and I like going to the gym in my free time. You can't tell because my legs are white and my quad action is weak. I love watching sports, including the NBA, NFL, and MLB. I'm also a huge fan of throwback music and soft synchronizing pianos, keyboards. Are you a fan of the guitar? Are you a fan of that?
No.
He likes guitars. Looking for a girl to go out with all weekend. Someone to binge watch Netflix. Right there, I wouldn't date you. Binge watch Netflix? That means you do nothing with your life. You pretty much just said, I stay in this room all fucking day. But all jokes aside, ladies, his work ethic is everything because this man outworks everybody in the building. He's here every night. They said, Ryan, you can record it at CMG. And he's like, fuck it, I'm here. So if you want a hard worker.
How honored are you to be on Happy Hour, Dash?
The more and more you put the updates on Twitter, I'm like, this guy Ryan's crazy. But you put in the work, man. I told you the other night, nobody can deny you your work. Doesn't matter what you do. Nobody can deny you your work. They're going to say.
But you have to admit, I am damn talented and I'm sexy.
Your work ethic is sexy. If anything, your work ethic will get
But my show's
you
great, too.
What happened to that scab I seen on your arm? Is that cleared up?
You're bringing up something
The
from
Mercer?
5 weeks ago. That wasn't Mercer. That was
on
a
the
boil.
door. Okay, whatever you had, that's not going to get you laid. But honestly, ladies, it's 2015. You know, fuck sexy, okay? Fuck sexy, okay? I'm sexy, and I drive a 02 Saturn, okay? You want a motherfucker that works hard and is going to drive the Lamborghini and drive the Lamborghini of your dreams one day. That's Hoppy right there, the Hoppy Hour, okay? This kid works hard, okay? And he's 6'6", and he wears the shortest shorts I've ever seen in my life.
I will be 22. Do you want to come to my bash in
Dash
downtown St. Pete?
can't go to the bash. I'm sorry.
Why?
Where's it at? The Penthouse Club?
No, it's.
That's only.
We will be bar hopping in downtown St. Pete. Do you want to come?
Bar hop, but I can't drink. But you know what? I will wish you a happy birthday.
Why don't you just come by and say hi?
What day is it?
It will be on the 4th.
Oh, no, what?
On the
September 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, I got something to do then. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, you're busy banging out girls. Whatever.
Right. Honestly, don't stop the Hoppy Hour. I don't give a fuck what they say. They let you use it in this building, you go ahead. You
Damn
fucking
right.
bust your
I
ass.
want to thank
The
John Brennan.
hardest working motherfucker in the building. You hear me?
Hell yeah.
Keep it up that way.
Where's the motivation?
Kevin, you're right, too.
Thanks,
See
Dash. I
ya,
appreciate
Dash.
it.
Where did you get that name from, Dash, by the way? I've always wanted to know.
Dash out. Listen, it's a long story. I was 14. I wanted to be a rapper. The shit
Yeah.
just stuck. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing you, Ryan. Keep doing Hoppy Hour, all right?
What happened to your rap career? I want to get you on real soon, Dash.
Tweak me. We'll do that.
Dash, you're coming on next, homie.
I love you guys.
What do I need to do to improve my Tinder?
I
Make it
think
more
what Dash
exciting?
just said worked. Whatever Dash just said. Wait, what did he say?
I don't know. Gotta show my work ethic. I'm at the Bone at 3 a.m. doing a podcast. Is that what turns them on?
I gotta say, I do admire your ambition too, Hoppy.
What is it about the ambition that you're just like, oh my God, this is great?
It's just no matter how many times you get knocked down, you get up and go for it again.
No matter how many times my voice is mocked on the Bone with love, you know what? I'm going to do a podcast today and kick ass. And then it gets 70 listens.
You're a bit of an easy target. You're kind of fun
really?
to make fun of.
Yeah.
But, you take it in stride and you keep
Sort
on doing
of.
your thing.
I will be honest. Sometimes it gets to me, but then I go, I'm in a major market. I'm honored to be allowed to use their room. I get great guests like E-Rock from Opie and Jimmy, Miguel, this and that. I'm getting great guests. So it's like, there's times I go home and I just lay back and I go, I love my life. I'm in a warm climate. Dude, I got so sick of the winter. I've always wanted to work in a warm town. It's a major market, and I've been intrigued by Tampa radio forever. So to have Kevin from Promotions on Hoppy Hour is like a dream come true. Anything you want to promote, are you on Twitter, Adult Friend Finder, Facebook?
Jack shit to promote, dude.
Vote Hoppy Hour as best local podcast in the Tampa Bay area by The Creative Loafing. Have you voted yet?
No, but now I can tell people I was on a Creative Loafing nominated podcast. I'm very honored.
tinyurl.com/
Such esteemed guests.
Oh, geez. tinyurl.com/vote Hoppy Hour. Tweeting me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Download my app, Hoppy Radio. HoppyRadio.com, HoppysRoll.com. Ryan at HoppyRadio.com.
See me in downtown St. Pete tomorrow at the pub crawl.
Damn right. Come on out. Also, Happy Birthday will be on the 4th in downtown St.
Happy
Pete.
birthday.
You will see my 6'8" lanky body there. Come say hi and say how gorgeous I am. This has been Hoppy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. Bye.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Tequila sunrise. Hold the sunrise.
It's on the house.
Well, aren't you a sweetheart?
Do you really think the bartender just gave you a free drink because he's a sweetheart?
Yeah, why else?
Because your pants are so tight I can read the mileage on your vagina.
That is so sexist. I don't get preferential treatment because of my looks. He gives out drinks because he's a nice guy.
Can I get a glass of tap water?
Beat it, SeaWorld.